Hello. Welcome back to the channel. And today we have the 1992 Royal Rumble to look forward to. We shall jump straight into it. First match off the bat is the new foundation, not the Hart Foundation, which is Jim Neidhart and Owen Hart. Neidhart and Bret split. Bret goes on his singles push, which ends up pretty well for him. Jim Neidhart ends up bringing Owen Hart in, and they have a match against the Orient Express. 7 out of 10. It was a pretty good match. Another one, I love Owen Hart. Owen Hart rarely has a bad match. And I think he pairs well with the Orient Express. Neidhart's just kind of the muscle, isn't he? It's a very good match. Goes 17 minutes. Quick, fast pace. New Foundation end up going over and winning the match. The next one is Roddy Piper versus the Mountie for the Intercontinental title. Now, this is what I was talking about in my last video. The Mountie with his two-day Intercontinental title reign. Bret Hart has a high fever, but he still goes out and battles the Mountie, and the Mountie ends up winning the IC title. Now, if Piper comes down, he's not happy about this. He's like, damn you, Mountie. And then he challenges him for the IC title. I'll be honest with you, it was a 5 out of 10. It was a really, really, really poor match. It was just boring, and Piper wins in 5 minutes. He just squashed the Mountie. I think they kind of wanted to get the title off Bret, and the Mountie was just a stopgap, and it was a way. I think at WrestleMania, Piper and Bret fight each other for the IC title. Obviously, Bret's on this massive push at the moment, which does work out very well for him. Then the third match is the Beverly Brothers versus the Bushwhackers. 5 out of 10. Another rubbish match. Again, though, the Bushwhackers are so over. Why they didn't have the Bushwhackers fighting better matches? They're mega over. But yeah, it's just I think the Bushwhackers have got some nerdy guy called Jameson who chews his tie, and I think if the Bushwhackers win, then Jameson gets a bit of time with the Genius to have a match. Beverly Brothers end up winning though, so that doesn't happen. It was rubbish match. Number 5 we have, which sounds like it should be a really good match. The Legion of Doom versus the Natural Disasters, which is Earthquake and Tycoon. It is not a very good match. You would think that those 4 men could put on a really good match, but I think to keep the Natural Disasters strong and to keep the Legion of Doom strong, it's a count-out victory. They're fighting outside. I think Typhoon gets back in the ring. He rings a bell, and the Natural Disasters are like, yeah, we're the tag team champs. And they're celebrating with the belts, and then the Legion of Doom come in and beat them up a bit, and then they leave. And then, obviously, they say the titles can't change via count-out, so the Legion of Doom are still the champs. And then we go backstage, there's a backstage interview, and the Natural Disasters are like, we're the champs, we won that match, we should be the tag team champions. Jimmy Hart's like, I'm going to get my lawyers, they are the champions, they won the match. And I think even, I can't remember who the commentator is, and they turn around and they're like, but Jimmy Hart should have known that you can't win the titles via count-out. He should have told his team. It was just stupid. I think it was just, as I said, it was just a way to keep them both strong, both teams strong, and it kind of works. And then we go to the Royal Rumble. We've got Bulldog, Ted DiBiase, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Bossman, Piper, Duggan, IRS, Snooker, Undertaker, Savage, Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter's in it. I think he's back as Sergeant Slaughter at this point as well. Sid Justice. So yeah, so we've got some big heavy hitters, and this is largely considered the best Royal Rumble of all time. I'm going to put an asterisk next to that because I have another one coming up that I think is my personal favourite. This is a good Royal Rumble. Like, it's for the WF title because it's vacated. So whoever wins this wins a title. So this is the first Rumble that there's actually high stakes in the match. It's not just all the wrestlers go, oh, I'm going to win, I want to win, we'll throw 29 other people over, I'm going to win. This is actually for the marbles. It is a really good Royal Rumble. As I said, there's some big heavy hitters in there. There's a lot of awesome moments. The only thing well, obviously there is something else I want to talk about. The one thing that I remember is Randy Savage eliminates himself because he comes down. I think he's having a feud with Jake Roberts. He beats up Jake Roberts, chucks him over, and then jumps over the top rope himself and eliminates himself because he just wants to get out there and beat up Jake Roberts, which in hindsight, Macho Man isn't very smart in Royal Rumbles because there's another one coming up where he looks stupid. But yeah, it's just really stupid. Like, why eliminate? You can win the WF title. I know you've got a feud with someone, but you can be feuding with someone and still want to win the world title. We get to the end. We've got Ric Flair, who's lasted over an hour in the Rumble. We've got Hulk Hogan and we've got Sid Justice. Now, Flair and Hogan are fighting each other. Flair's getting Hogan over. Sid comes over and just goes, whoop, eliminates Hogan. Hogan's like, oh, this isn't fair. We were friends. And then Sid stupidly goes over to the ropes and starts arguing with him. Hogan, the sore loser that he always is, grabs Sid's arm and pulls his arm. And Sid's like, he can't pull away from Hogan, which I think if he wanted to, he could have. So he's there like panicking. He's like trying to pull his arm away. Flair comes over and, Flair, and he's just like, whoop. Sid goes over, Flair wins. And then we get this whole stare down and this fighting between Slaughter and Hogan. And they're throwing referees at each other and they're having a go at each other. Kind of overshadows Ric Flair's winning. At the time. Because obviously Hogan has to have the limelight, doesn't he? Hogan ain't going to win this one. So he has to have the limelight. So they're just arguing and fighting. It's an 8.5 out of 10. It saves the pay-per-view because it wasn't going very well. The opening match was good, and then you got 3 duds, and then the Royal Rumble itself. But Flair, he gets that magic back. It's one of my favourite promos. It's the whole, and with a tear in my eye, this is my greatest moment in professional wrestling, or I'm butchering it. Go back and watch that Rumble and then watch his promo afterwards because he sold it so well. And then you've got Mr. Perfect and Heenan celebrating with him. Like, Heenan is all over the Royal Rumble and he's building up Ric Flair, makes him look like a star, and then like they celebrate at the end. And then Mr. Perfect as well, he goes into my opinion, we hate to say that we told you so, but we told you so. And him and Heenan, and they all go off celebrating. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Overall, the Rumble is an 8 out of 10 though. just because them 3 matches drag it down, but the Rumble, it really brings it up a bit. And yeah, that is the 1992 Royal Rumble. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, then please like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that lovely stuff, and I shall see you guys for 1993. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, or have a good night, and I shall see you guys next time. See you later. Bye bye.